Hello everyone, my name is Hop. I am 26 years old. Most people are still asleep when my day begins. At 4 in the morning, I get up to prepare our small pho stall. My income is modest, and I already have a family to support. That is why every working day starts long before sunrise. We still cook with a wood-fired stove here in the countryside. I hope to buy a better pho cooker one day, but we cannot afford it yet. The work is tiring, but I am happy to do it for the people I love. This simple stall helps my family make it through each day. The first job is bringing the wood stove to life. Once the fire is burning, I can begin setting up the stall. Everything must be ready before the first customers arrive. I bring out the ingredients and arrange them within reach. Because we live in the countryside, our menu is small and practical. There are not many choices, but we focus on keeping things fresh. Every ingredient has been chosen for an affordable morning meal. Nothing is wasted when a family business runs on a tight budget. I wash the fresh vegetables that will be served with the noodles. They add a cool, crisp contrast to the hot broth. I would like to show every detail, but it is still very dark outside. Only the light near the stall cuts through the early morning. At this hour, the village is quiet and the roads are nearly empty. Inside the stall, however, the day's work is already underway. A kilogram of these vegetables costs about 50 cents. A kilogram is just over 2 pounds, so the price is very affordable. The rooster is crowing now. Dawn cannot be far away. Next, I prepare fresh scallions for the bowls of pho. They are washed carefully before I begin slicing them. Scallions may seem like a small detail, but their aroma completes the dish. The preparation is repetitive, yet every step has its purpose. At a stall this small, most of the work is done by hand. There are no expensive machines, only familiar tools and patience. The quiet before opening gives me time to prepare without rushing. Soon, orders and conversations will fill this little space. For now, I continue arranging the ingredients for breakfast. The goal is simple. Serve something hot, filling, and affordable. That is what our neighbors expect when they stop here in the morning. Along with pho, I prepare a few familiar foods for local customers. This is a Vietnamese minced meat patty. It adds another savory option to our simple breakfast menu. I grilled this batch the evening before, so it would be ready this morning. Preparing some items in advance makes the morning easier to manage. There is still plenty to do before the stall is fully open. I check the fire, the serving area, and the ingredients once again. Timing matters when customers need breakfast before work. The village is beginning to wake, and the darkness is slowly lifting. It is now 5:30, and daylight has finally arrived. After working in the dark, the morning light feels welcome. The glowing fire makes this corner of the stall feel warm and inviting. Wood smoke and the aroma of broth begin to drift through the air. These familiar smells announce the start of another working day. I keep the fire steady so the broth stays hot throughout breakfast. Now it is time to prepare the most important ingredient. These bags contain fresh rice noodles, the heart of every bowl of pho. Pho has been part of Vietnamese food culture for generations. Here it is, not a luxury dish. It is an everyday breakfast. People want something warm and filling before beginning their work. The noodles must be handled gently so they do not break or stick together. I separate what I need and keep the rest covered for later orders. Every item is placed close by so I can serve customers quickly. Even the serving bowls need to be prepared. I warm the bowls with hot water before serving the noodles. It helps each bowl stay warm for longer at the table. Small habits like this improve the meal without adding much cost. A customer asks whether we serve bun, a type of rice vermicelli. We explain what is available today. These quick exchanges are common during the breakfast rush. I gently cook a few dried shallots to deepen the broth's aroma. Their rich fragrance quickly spreads through the stall. The broth is the foundation of pho, so it needs constant attention. I keep it hot without allowing the fire to become too strong. Working with firewood takes practice. The heat can change very quickly. Too little heat slows everything down. Too much can affect the broth. So I move between the stove and the serving counter constantly. By now the ingredients are ready and the stall is nearly open. The peaceful preparation is about to give way to the morning rush. I take one last look at the counter before the first orders come in. Everything is simple, but everything has its place. I check the pot of broth one more time. The temperature is right, and the aroma tells me it is ready. Now we can finally begin serving breakfast. The first customers of the morning are beginning to arrive. They settle into the small dining area as I get ready to serve. Breakfast at a village stall has its own familiar rhythm. A family settles in together for a warm breakfast. The meal is simple, but the table quickly fills with conversation. Meanwhile, I begin preparing the next order. The rice noodles are quickly blanched in hot water. Then I drain them and transfer them directly into a warm bowl. Come along and watch how I work during the morning service. Each bowl begins with noodles, followed by the prepared toppings. Fresh scallions add color and aroma just before the broth is poured. The hot broth brings every element of the bowl together. I try to work quickly while giving each order the same attention. In a small stall, one person often handles several jobs at once. I prepare food, carry bowls, and keep an eye on the stove. When a table finishes, the dishes must be cleared for the next guests. There is little time to rest once the morning crowd arrives. Still, I enjoy seeing people begin their day with our food. Some customers eat quietly while others stop to talk. News jokes and everyday stories move from one table to another. This is more than a place to eat. It is also a neighborhood meeting spot. The sound of bowls and conversation fills the small room. Between orders, I check the broth and add more wood to the fire. Keeping everything moving requires attention from one moment to the next. This routine may look ordinary, but it carries my family's livelihood. Every bowl sold helps us pay for tomorrow's ingredients. That is why even the smallest order matters to a business like ours. The morning service continues one customer at a time. I set one portion aside while finishing another order. Not everyone chooses the same dish, so I listen carefully. Someone mentions bún cha, another familiar Vietnamese dish. Bún cha pairs grilled pork with rice noodles and dipping sauce. The atmosphere remains casual, with customers chatting as they eat. At times, several conversations happen at once around the stall. Some of the voices belong to members of my own family. Our business and family life share the same small space. That makes the stall feel less formal and more like a family kitchen. Relatives move in and out while the customers keep eating. It can become lively, but this is normal for us. Orders mix with family conversation and the sounds of daily life. Someone calls across the room trying to get another person's attention. Everyone here seems to know one another well. Another customer is asked what they would like to eat. These brief exchanges give the stall its warm local character. There is no need for ceremony here. People simply make themselves at home. As one guest leaves, another conversation begins. I continue serving while listening for the next order. The pace changes from moment to moment, but the work never truly stops. Quiet moments are used to wash bowls and clear the tables. Then another customer arrives and the process begins again. This steady rhythm carries us through the rest of the morning. These noodles are really good. They are absolutely delicious. Outside, the rain has suddenly become much heavier. The sound of it reaches us even over the noise of the stall. People pause beneath the shelter while they finish their breakfast. Rain is part of everyday life here, and the work continues as usual. Inside the wood, fire keeps the cooking area warm. Steam rises from the bowls, as more food is carried to the tables. The small room offers a welcome break from the wet weather outside. Customers take their time waiting for the rain to ease. For us, this means the morning meal becomes a little more social. The conversations become livelier as everyone stays close together. Even a rainy morning can feel warm when familiar people gather here. For a moment, one conversation becomes especially lively. A bowl of pho here costs about 80 cents. We keep the price low for people in the community. The profit from each bowl is small, but every sale helps our family. It pays for ingredients, firewood, and the next morning's preparations. Running this stall is not a path to becoming wealthy. It is simply an honest way to earn our living day by day. That is why I value every customer who chooses to eat with us. A customer arrives and we exchange a quick greeting. Soon another order is already underway. By now, several hours have passed since I first lit the stove. I have been surrounded by food, but I still have not eaten breakfast. It is 9 in the morning and finally it is my turn to eat. The busiest part of the morning has begun to slow down. I can sit for a moment and enjoy the food we prepared. After starting work before dawn, this simple meal feels well earned. My wife joins me and we share a quiet moment together. This is my special bowl of pho. My wife and I invite you to join us. It is made from the same ingredients we have served all morning. Have you added some lime yet? A squeeze of fresh lime adds a bright flavor to the rich broth. We adjust each bowl to our own taste, just as our customers do. There is no elaborate presentation, only a hot and comforting meal. For us, that is more than enough after a long morning of work. That serving is too large. She will never finish all of it. The family jokes continue even as we eat together. These small moments bring warmth to an otherwise demanding day. There is always someone offering another bite or a little more food. Just a little more. After hours of work, sharing this meal is a simple reward for both of us.